Right. Been away? Well, not really. My PC blew up uh, after 1 month of fixing and getting new parts from the shop. It's got a new motherboard, new power supply, a bit more memory, which I asked for. And yeah, 1 month to the day later, I finally get it back, but the right click is the only thing working, not the left click of the mouse. The sound is going through two different adapters, USB hub, etc. It's not ideal, but I've rigged it up so I can get it to work. Okay, so let's go for a few images here. Firstly, it's got to be mentioned that my prediction came true. I remember that video. I said that this cookery channel, Cockin McTwilly, cookery psyop channel, pushing the November the 3rd, 2019 for the West Coast false flag. Well, of course, I said nothing would happen on that day, and nothing happened on that day. But they are idiots, I have to repeat, because they have marked up to the day 1 year before, which the date that I really think is the 3/11 date, which should be November the 3rd, 2020. That should be the West Coast false flag. And I'll be going into that in more detail. The Purge election year, for example, and of course the Matthew Broderick Ferris film Election, which I have now completely watched, and I've made notes on it, and I will do a video on what I found in that movie. But I'd say, yeah, it's all pointing at that. An unpopular president who on every election day Washington gets nuked. I mean, it's Washington State, West Coast. Found this yesterday, just randomly. Look at that. Anyway, let's go for a few images apart from that. Now, at the beginning, back in 2012, 2013, when I first spotted the Seattle false flag, I came across a list of Seattle films, rare ones like this. This one is so rare. This is a very important one, Bombs Away. Probably no one's ever heard of this apart from my old video on it. And it's so old that it's on my old computer, on the bookmarks of my old computer. I had to sort of look it up and try and find out what it was again, and I found it last night. So, Bombs Away. An atom bomb from Ribbentrop nuclear arsenal in Texas accidentally ends up in Lillian's surplus store, Seattle, Washington. An atom bomb. A young unsuspecting cab driver unwillingly becomes the liaison between the US Pentagon and the angry store owners who want to teach the US government a lesson they won't forget. The all-action comedy that proves that gods aren't the only ones who are crazy, by Mr. Wilson, classic Hebrew name. Well, it's not a Hebrew name, it's just a name that the tribe uses in a big way. Wilson, Owen Wilson, Charlie Wilson's War, etc., etc. Okay, so there you go, an atomic misadventure in Seattle. Nice little checkerboard there as well. So, that's big. That one is really big. Let's see what else we got. I'll just go for a few images. Yeah, I'm going to do something more on Stanley Kubrick. All his films are all about Freemasonry, gay Freemasonry. Look, here's your eye. Here's your one eye. Here's your ring. Yeah? It's strange love. It's like Mark Almond's Tainted Love. Yeah? Strange love. It's gay. Freemasonry. You see it? You get it? All his films are that. You think about Clockwork Orange. I told you that film's not about violence. It's gay. And Rainbow Fashions in Eyes Wide Shut. Gay. And of course paedophilia as well, which is somehow linked with both gay Freemasonry, isn't it, really? So anyway, I'll do a bit more on that, because I'm sure all his films are centering around the gay theme. Another Seattle film, 99 and 4400's Dead. That's 4K. 1970s. But I think it's a Frankenheimer, which makes it very, very interesting. Yeah, it is. Frankenheimer, Mr. Manchurian Candidate. And Seconds, that really important film, Seconds. Yeah, set in Seattle. Right. Okay. New film, doing the one eye of the anus there. Kate Blanchett. Yeah, set in Seattle. Where'd you go, Bernadette? Oh, she's a Redmayne as well. See her on the front cover of Mary Queen of Scots or whatever it is that she was in. And she was looking so plain. I tell you something, without tons of makeup, she is nothing. I'm telling you. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? If they're not layering on the makeup, she's nothing to look at. Anyway, Counter Crow came in with something very interesting about Waterworld. Now, I've been meaning to buy the new extra long version of Waterworld, right? Very interesting what he said about Waterworld, because he goes to save Enola, right? Enola, here she is, Enola, from the atoll, Bikini Atoll. Look, here's Atolla 1, 2, and Atoll Woman, see? Atoll Woman, and Atolla 1 is here somewhere as well. Yeah. So it's all Nuke, Bikini Atoll, Enola Gay, and Waterworld. You know, Pacific Rim, Hydroponic, False Flag. Nelly Furtado's I'm Like a Bird. Right. Let's carry on. There's some more good stuff here. This is big. Of course, the Purge election year. It's all about the election, isn't it? November the 3rd, 2020. Then we're never far away from the Paradise 11818 op, right? And it just, occurred to me yesterday, oh, of course, the long-running series, Death in Paradise. And it gets better. Having to catch a bit of TV, I really didn't mean to do it. I hate doing that, but I caught this Simon Reeve. Yeah, Reeve. Steve Reeves, Keanu Reeves, Hebrew name. Yeah, he went to Paradise. Yeah, and he was grinning his head off. Oh gosh, yeah, he was showing how they make the fires to burn down certain areas to stop other wildfires going more crazy. Yeah. And he's standing with this woman who'd lost everything in the town of Paradise. He's standing there in this paradise, ash-ridden place, and he's grinning. He's literally grinning through the whole thing. He's smirking, and she's saying, "Oh, I've lost everything. I don't know what I'm going to do." And he's saying, "Oh, well, it's a chance for a new start." But then he says these fires are going to get worse and worse, and they're going to build up to a nuclear level. He says the word nuclear, standing there on the west coast in Paradise. It's, Series 1, Episode 3 of The Americas. I can't access it, but it's towards the end of his stay in the 11818 government arson Paradise, and you'll see him say it, and he mentions nuclear. And it's totally out of place. You see what I'm saying? Totally out of place. Why is he mentioning nuclear when it's just forest fires that have been, obviously, set by the government? That's for damn sure. And of course, they lit the John Wick to the Parabellum last year on 11818, November the 8th, 2018, 11818. And a year later, as Dee Zerda says, because she's out there in California, they lit the fires again, and they did the blackout trial run again. What else we got? Yeah, so there's the Purge. Election. Oh yeah, how about this? Yeah, little NBC News. Election hacking in 2020 blackout. I mean, the mockery is you're going to see so much of this. Here it is. There's the video. Blackout. Election hacking 2020. Yep, November the 3rd, 2020. Get ready for it. What else? Oh yeah, this is a classic. This is, and you love this. Well, the Harry Dunn psyop. Well, there it is. 2 green psyop ribbons, hoax ribbons, lie ribbons. Look at that. Yeah. They won't stop until they have the truth. Oh, I'll give you the truth right now. It's a load of bollocks. Look at the old, the mask there behind them. Oh yeah, they love their masks down the Rothschild balls, don't they? And look, he's a pagan, isn't he? You see? See? Pagan, Satanist, down the lodge, wearing the psyop ribbons in colour-coded green for this op, Harry Dunn. And yeah, and the brother, that there was no brother, and then suddenly there's a brother, yeah. Okay, anything else? Let's see if there's anything else. Yeah, oh, there is. Here's a game, new game called Bird Papa Crush, Bubble Crush, with a Space Needle behind it. Here it is. Bubble Crush, Space Needle. I suppose they're trying to make out that it's the Sydney or Melbourne one, right? Yeah, sure. Okay, so I will get going with the videos I've been wanting to make for the last month, and my big videos on Nicolas Cage and what his career really is. I figured it out just before my computer blew up.